Welcome to Neville Goddard Insights. Not someday, not eventually. Right here, right now, in this very instant, you can settle into a brand new assumption about who you are, and then simply live inside it. Speak from it. Decide from it. Rest inside it as though it were already established fact. This isn't self-deception, and it isn't a refusal to acknowledge what's actually happening around you. It's genuinely the highest form of honesty there is, because through your assumptions you're telling the universe exactly who you are, and the universe has no real choice but to rearrange itself around that declaration. So take a breath, and actually feel this for a moment. Feel what it would be like to be someone that unexpected blessings simply find, not as wishful, daydreaming, and not as some spiritual bypass from your real circumstances, but genuinely feel the inner posture of a person who expects good things as a matter of course. Notice how they carry themselves, the ease in their body, the quiet confidence behind their eyes, the unhurried texture of their thoughts. They aren't gripping tightly or straining to control every outcome. They've simply granted themselves permission to expect well-being, and from that permission alone, life keeps arranging itself to agree with them. Science is only beginning to catch up to what the greatest thinkers throughout history already understood. The state you assume determines your frequency, and your frequency determines which events are even able to resonate with you. You are literally tuning into different realities depending on which assumption you'd rate. Currently living inside. When you assume you're fortunate, your eyes suddenly notice openings that were there all along. Your instincts steer you toward the right moments, and your choices align naturally with what you actually want. None of this is mystical. It's simply how awareness operates. You're something like a tuning fork, and your assumption decides which frequency you hum at. Here's something most people get completely backwards. They believe that once circumstances improve, once they land the money, meet the right partner, or achieve the goal, only then will they feel lucky or worthy. But the sequence runs the opposite direction. The feeling comes first. The assumption comes first. The inner state always precedes the outer result. Your circumstances were never the cause of anything. They're simply the effect, and you've had cause and effect flipped this entire time. Consider what happens when you truly decide, on a deep level and not merely an intellectual one, to become someone new. The instant your assumption about your own identity genuinely shifts, you begin moving through the world differently, without even trying. Different people show up. Different conversations open. Different chances appear. And others start responding to you differently, because they sense a different energy radiating from you. Since the universe fundamentally answers to frequency, it begins delivering experiences that match your new signal. Not because you suddenly deserve more, but simply because you changed the assumption you live inside, and reality followed suit. Good fortune is already searching for you. It isn't holding back, waiting for you to earn it or pass some invisible test. It responds directly to what you assume. Full stop. So right now, a choice sits in front of you. Keep assuming you only receive good things eventually, after enough struggle, or shift that assumption immediately and feel, right now, what it's like to be someone that blessings find. This is exactly where most people lose the thread. They feel a spark of hope, then slip right back into the old identity of someone who struggles. And because they return to that assumption, nothing changes. The idea didn't fail them. They simply abandoned the new assumption before it took root. You cannot hold two opposing assumptions at once, and the only way the new one takes hold is by feeding it consistently, with attention, feeling, and imagination, until it becomes so familiar it turns into your new baseline. Imagination isn't fantasy. It's the actual mechanism through which consciousness produces reality. When you close your eyes and truly feel what receiving your desire would be like, feeling it with your whole being, you aren't wasting time. You're retraining your nervous system, recalibrating your cells, teaching your consciousness how to receive, and demonstrating to the universe exactly which frequency you're vibrating on. The universe takes that demonstration at face value and arranges reality to match it. There's an almost unconditional love the universe holds for those who trust themselves. Not a love that demands you suffer and prove your worth first, but an immediate love that says, if you can assume you're the kind of person who receives, then you already are that person. If you can feel it as true before any evidence appears, it's already true. And reality doesn't organize itself around your actions. It organizes itself around your assumptions. And your actions naturally arise from whatever assumption you're holding. Most people spend entire lifetimes trying to alter their circumstances without ever descriptives. Haitian underneath them, they push harder, work longer, search more desperately, and the universe, faithfully honoring their belief that struggle is required, keeps handing them situations where struggle remains necessary. This isn't cruelty, it's simply consistency, confirming whatever you've assumed about yourself. So the real work isn't to try harder, it's to shift the underlying assumption, to learn what it feels like to receive without needing to earn it first, and then let reality catch up to that new inner posture. Whatever you're assuming in the quiet moments, right before sleep, first thing in the morning, in the ordinary hours between, that's what the universe is currently responding to, whether you notice it or not. Good fortune is always drawn toward people who assume they can receive it, who feel as though they already have it before any proof shows up, who've made peace with receiving instead of grasping for it. Once you start assuming you're someone who naturally receives, everything shifts immediately, because right now is the only place your life is actually unfolding. Fear and doubt aren't fixed realities. They're only assumptions about the future, and because they're only assumptions, you're fully capable of swapping them out for courage, for the quiet certainty that things are already working out. The single most powerful assumption available to you is this: I am the kind of person that the good life finds. Not someday, but right now, today. That isn't arrogance, it's honesty. The consciousness is responding to you this instant, and the universe is built to answer your assumptions. So why not assume the very best about yourself? Tonight, as you drift off to sleep, feel, rather than think about, what it's like to already have received exactly what you wanted, and let that feeling settle into your body, because whatever you assume as you fall asleep is what you wake up as. Fall asleep as someone who doubts, and you rise as someone who doubts. Fall asleep as someone who has already received, and you rise as that person too, moving through the coming day as that person, while the universe responds in kind. This isn't wishful thinking. It's the deepest understanding of how consciousness actually functions. Consciousness doesn't sit back and observe. It creates. Good fortune is always in motion. Opportunities never stop flowing. And the universe never stops conspiring to hand you exactly what you'd quietly assumed you deserve to receive. Not eventually, now. In this exact moment, you settle into the assumption, and then you rest there. You live from it. You speak from it. You make every decision from inside it. This isn't lying to yourself, and it isn't denial of your circumstances. It's actually the truest form of honesty available to you, because your assumptions tell the universe exactly who you are, and the universe rearranges itself to prove that declaration correct. So close your eyes for a second and feel something real. Feel what it would be like to be someone that unexpected good fortune simply finds. Not as fantasy, not as some spiritual escape from your actual life, but truly feel the inner state of a person who takes it for granted that good things come their way. Notice how they hold themselves, how relaxed their body feels, how unhurried their thoughts are, how calm their attention is. They're not tense, not grasping, not trying to micromanage every outcome. Instead, they move through the world with a kind of ease and quiet knowing, a permission they've already granted themselves. And in that state, life keeps arranging itself around them. This is something science is only starting to catch up with, though the greatest minds in history always understood it. Your assumed state sets your frequency, and your frequency decides which events in life are even able to resonate with you. You're literally tuning into a different reality depending on which assumption you state. Parating inside. Assume you're lucky, and you tune into the frequency of luck itself. Your eyes suddenly spot openings that were there the whole time. Your instincts guide you toward the right people and moments, and your choices start aligning naturally with what you want. None of this is magic. It's simply how consciousness operates. You're something like a tuning fork, and your assumption decides which frequency you hum at. Here's what most people get backwards. They assume that once their circumstances shift, once they win, get the money, meet the right person. Only then will they feel lucky or worthy or alive. But it actually runs the other way. The feeling comes first. The assumption comes first. The inner state always comes before the outer result. Circumstances were never the cause, they're only the effect. And you've had it flipped your whole life, waiting for the effect before allowing yourself the feeling. Think about what happens when you genuinely, not just intellectually, decide to become someone new. The moment your assumption about your identity actually shifts, you start moving differently through the world without even trying. Different people appear, different conversations open, different opportunities show up, and others start reacting to you differently because they sense a different energy coming off you. You're broadcasting on a new frequency, and because the universe fundamentally responds to frequency, it starts handing you things that match your new signal. Not because you suddenly earned more, but simply because your assumption changed and reality followed. Good fortune is already looking for you. It isn't holding back or waiting for you to prove yourself first. It answers directly to what you assume. So right now, you have a choice. Keep assuming good things arrive eventually, after enough struggle, or shift the assumption immediately, and feel, right now, what it's like to be someone that blessings find. This is exactly where most people lose it. They feel a flicker of hope, then slide right back into the old identity of struggle. And because they return to that old assumption, nothing changes. The idea didn't fail. They simply abandoned the new belief before it had time to root. You can't hold two opposing assumptions at once, and the only way a new one takes hold is by feeding it, with attention, feeling, and imagination, again and again until it becomes your default state. Imagination isn't fantasy. It's the actual mechanism consciousness uses to build reality. When you close your eyes and genuinely feel what receiving your desire would be like, feeling it with your entire being, you're not wasting time. You're doing real work. You're retraining your nervous system, recalibrating your cells, teaching your consciousness how to receive, and showing the universe exactly which frequency you're vibrating on. The universe takes that at face value and arranges reality to match. There's an almost unconditional love the universe holds for those who trust themselves. Not a love that requires suffering or proof first, but an immediate love that says, if you can assume you're someone who receives, you already are. If you can feel it as true before evidence shows up, it's already true. Reality doesn't organize around your actions. It organizes around your assumptions. And your actions naturally follow from whichever assumption you hold. Most people spend entire lifetimes trying to change their circumstances without ever touching the assumption underneath. Pushing harder, working longer, searching more desperately. And the universe, faithfully honoring their belief that struggle is required, keeps handing them situations where struggle stays necessary. That isn't cruelty, it's consistency. Simply confirming whatever you've assumed about yourself. So the real work isn't trying harder, it's shifting the underlying assumption, learning what it feels like to receive without earning it first, and letting reality catch up to that new inner posture. Whatever you're assuming in the quiet moments, right before sleep, first thing in the morning, in the ordinary hours in between, that's what the universe is currently responding to, whether you realize it or not. Good fortune, literal or metaphorical, is always drawn to people who assume they can receive it, who feel like they already have it before any proof arrives, who've made peace with receiving instead of grasping for it. The moment you start assuming you're someone who naturally receives, everything shifts immediately, because right now is the only place your life is actually happening. Fear and doubt aren't fixed truths. They're only assumptions about the future, and because they're just assumptions, you're fully capable of swapping them for courage and quiet certainty that things are already working out. The single most powerful assumption you can make is this: I am the kind of person that the good life finds, not someday, but right now, today. That isn't arrogance, it's honesty. Consciousness is responding to you this instant, and the universe is built to answer your assumptions. So why not assume the very best about yourself? Tonight, as you drift off to sleep, feel, don't just think about, what it's like to have already received exactly what you wanted, and let that feeling settle into your body, because whatever you assume as you fall asleep is what you wake up as. Fall asleep doubting, and you rise doubting. Fall asleep as someone who's already received, and you rise as that person too, moving through the next day that way while the universe answers in kind. This isn't wishful thinking. It's the deepest understanding of how consciousness truly works. Consciousness doesn't observe, it creates, and the assumption you hold about yourself is the engine driving that creation. Good fortune never stops moving. Opportunities never stop flowing, and the universe never stops conspiring to hand you exactly what you quietly assumed you deserve. So really, only one question matters. What are you assuming about yourself right now, in this exact moment? Whatever that assumption is, the universe is already at work, arranging your life to match it. I want you to grasp something on a deep level. You have never actually been abandoned by the universe. You've never truly been overlooked or forgotten. What actually happened is that you assumed you were abandoned, assumed you were overlooked, assumed you were forgotten. And the universe, faithfully honoring that assumption, arranged circumstances that felt like abandonment, that looked like being overlooked, that mirrored the feeling of being forgotten. But none of that was happening to you. It was happening for you, the universe simply honoring whatever you believed about yourself. And now that you see this clearly, you hold the power to change the assumption. There's a profound peace that arrives the moment you stop fighting against reality and start aligning with it instead. The moment you stop trying to convince the universe you're very worthy and simply start assuming you already are the kind of person who receives. This isn't the peace of giving up. It's the peace of surrender. The peace of stepping out of your own way and letting the universe do what it naturally does. It's the peace of knowing good fortune already found you the instant you assumed it was looking for you. The work was never to chase it down. The work is simply to stop assuming it never will arrive. Close your eyes right now and actually feel it. Feel what it's like to be someone who receives without struggle. Someone who walks through life knowing that good things find them. Let it register in your chest, in your whole body. Don't think it, feel it. Because that feeling is the assumption itself. That feeling is exactly what you're broadcasting outward, and it's exactly what the universe is answering. When you settle into that feeling, when you make it familiar, when you let it become simply who you are, the universe has no choice but to rearrange reality to match it. This is the real secret underneath every transformation. Not that life improves because you tried harder, but that life transforms the instant you change who you assume yourself to be. Not that the world finally recognizes your worth once you've proven it, but that the world only ever reflects your own assumption about your worth back to you. Luck was never random. It's simply the inevitable outcome of assuming you'd grow, the kind of person luck gravitates toward. Good fortune is waiting for you. The universe is waiting for you to stop waiting. Abundance is waiting for you to finally assume you're someone who receives it. And here's what matters most as you take this in. There is nothing you need to do, nothing you need to fix, nothing about your current life you need to change in order to deserve the good things headed your way. You don't need to work harder, be more spiritual, be more grateful, or improve yourself in any way at all. All that's asked of you is to assume it, feel it, believe it, step into the identity you want, and then simply rest there. That's the entire process. The universe handles the rest. It rearranges reality to match your assumption. It brings good fortune to your doorstep. It's been working in your favor this entire time. You only ever needed to change your assumption about whose side it's on. So tonight, as you drift off to sleep, feel as though it's already true. Feel as though you've already received it, as though the good life has already arrived, not through strain or effort, but with the calm certainty of someone who simply knows, someone who has already decided this is who they are. The kind of person who receives, the kind of person luck finds, the kind of person good fortune is always searching for. And the universe, endlessly responsive to your assumptions, will begin rearranging reality right now to match that decision. Not tomorrow, not once conditions feel right, but now, because now is truly all there ever is.